This video explains common troubleshooting and repair procedures for the EGO SNT2120AP auger-propelled snowblower. Troubleshooting begins with the power indicator on the handle, which can light up or flash in red, yellow, or green. Turn the unit on. If the green battery indicator does not illuminate and stay lit, the problem could be a blown fuse, a burnt MOSFET, or a poor connection between the control box and the switch PCBA. Each of these problems requires replacement of either the control box assembly or the handle assembly. To access the control box, start by removing the 5 T20 Torx screws that secure the inner cover. This will expose the 2 electrical contacts. Continue by removing the T20 Torx screws that secure the battery box. There are 4 on the outside and 6 on the inside. Once all the battery box screws have been removed, release the 2 power terminals as shown here. This will allow for removal of the battery box. Before proceeding, take note of how the wires are routed inside the control box. Taking a picture will help with reassembly. Next, remove the 5 T20 screws that secure the control box. There are 3 on the bottom, as shown here, and 2 on the top, which secure the control box to the chute. Take note of the wire placement in the traps. Proceed by disconnecting the yellow and white connectors from the handle assembly and the black connector from the headlights. Now disconnect the 3 blue connectors on the left side of the unit, which connect to the motor. You can now remove the control box. Pull it out, then up. With the control box out of the unit, remove the 7 screws that secure the cover. This will expose the PCBAs. Before proceeding, take note of how the wires are routed inside the control box. Taking a picture will help with reassembly. Start by checking the fuse. With a multimeter in continuity mode, unplug the larger of the 2 yellow connectors and check continuity between the black or negative blade on the battery connector and the negative output to the main PCBA. Perform this check on both battery connectors. If both connections are good, proceed to the next step. Otherwise, replace the entire control box. With the multimeter set to diode mode, check the main PCBA circuits. Place the black lead from the multimeter on the red input and touch the red lead to each of the wires going out to the motor, one at a time. If any measurement is outside of the range shown here, the PCBA is bad and the entire control box must be replaced. If all readings are within range, continue by touching the red lead from the multimeter to the black input and touch the black pin to the blue, yellow, and brown motor wires one at a time. Here again, if any reading is out of range, the control box needs to be replaced. If all measurements from the negative and positive sides of the circuit are good, the issue is in the handle. Replace the cover on the control box, making sure the wires are properly routed. When inserting the control box into the unit, take care to align the ductwork on the left side of the control box with the ductwork on the motor assembly. Secure the control box with the 5 screws, 2 on top, 3 on the bottom. Then reattach the 3 blue connectors and secure in the traps as shown here. Proceed by reattaching the yellow and white connectors that go to the handle assembly and the black connector that goes to the headlights. Using some type of line to help position the battery connectors, complete the reassembly by reattaching the battery box and the top cover. If the control box assembly passed all tests, proceed with replacement of the handle assembly. With the top cover and battery box removed, as shown earlier, proceed by removing the chute. It is secured to the deck with 2 5mm Allen head screws. Slide the chute forward to release it. Next, remove the circular chute cover, secured by 3 No. 2 Phillips head screws. Then remove the drive belt cover on the left side of the unit. It is secured with 9 T25 Torx screws. Next, remove the handle cover, secured with 1 T20 Torx, and the top cover, secured with 9 T20s. Proceed by removing the discharge chute/adjustment handle set. This is an item that can also be replaced individually if necessary. The chute is secured with 4 T20 Torx screws as shown here. Do not remove the screws on the black metal cover. Next, remove the two 4mm Allen screws that secure the chute to the handle. This releases the adjustment handle from the unit. Proceed by releasing the cable from the clips on the handle. Before removing the handle assembly, unplug the yellow and white connectors. To remove the handle assembly, release the clamps on both sides of the unit. Remove the knob and the plastic bushing and release the clamp assembly. Repeat this process for the other clamp assembly. The handle assembly can now be removed. This entire assembly is one part number. If there is power to the snowblower but no lights, the LED headlights should be replaced. With the top cover and drive belt cover removed, as previously shown, remove the 2 screws that secure the control box to the chute. Next, remove the 4 screws on top of the deck. Tilt the blower chute housing, which exposes the mounting screws. The lights come as a set. During replacement, make sure the wires are routed and trapped properly. If the lenses are damaged, these would be ordered as separate parts. The drive belt is located on the left side of the unit. It's protected by a belt cover that is secured with 9 T25 Torx screws. Note, this repair can be completed with the top cover in place. Only the belt cover must be removed. The drive belt will wear over time, causing it to slip or break. Use a needle nose pliers to unhook the tension spring from the bracket, which releases the tensioner. With the front of the unit propped up, spin the large pulley to walk the belt out. Please refer to the EGO service diagram and parts list for specific parts needed for the repairs shown here. Always use genuine EGO parts.